Hey! And we are live. Welcome,
Wow.
Battle Fanatics. There we go. That was double cheesy, just on the bad intro level. Welcome, everybody. This is BattleCOM. It is the Geek War of Comedy Game Shows. This is our wonderful panel. Let's take a moment to get to know everybody. We have, of course, Scott Andrew Carter, who has reclaimed his name after the incident where he was, we double Scotted last week. The fantastic Lucy Gervais, who's just finished her Hack Couture show and has now popped over to this BattleCOM. And of course, Dylan Reimer doing his very first BattleCOM. Welcome, Dylan. And we have Jason Hatrick, and of course, our stage manager. I don't know why I just kind of went by Jason Hatrick that well. Jason is a writer for a new web series called Oh Canada, which covers in-depth deep dives into news stories about the Canadian psyche. Is that proper? Is it Canadian? Yeah.
It's basically Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, but in Canada and not with John Oliver. We got a different guy from the UK.
Right, somebody Scottish. So you Canada's north. We got Erica Taddeo as the stage manager. She's in the #1 seat because she drives this show. The fantastic Erica Taddeo, also known as @Erica_FTL on Instagram. And I am Paul Ash, your battle moderator. Let's get this started with our battlefield. Actually, maybe, wait, hold it. Erica, should we explain what this show is?
We should explain what this show is. We should also tell our viewers, Paul, it sounds to me like you're coming in a little bit robotic again. So if you're watching this show, feel free to say hi. Hi, Denny. And let us know if you can hear Paul okay, or if he's sounding a little bit, or we're auto-tuned.
Right. All right. This is my attempts to do a Styx cover is what happens every time that we do this show.
Is that why the show always runs long?
Oh, yay! So
Jomo Arigato.
Yes, BattleCOM is. Like I said, the Geek War Comedy Game Shows, we're going to take these performers two at a time, and they'll punch each other in the face with jokes, and then you decide, as the audience, who lives, who dies. Well, actually, who's most entertaining, because it's not about being right in these debates. It's about being entertaining, because we learned from Fox News, it's never about being right. Welcome, Sean.
Well, Sean Griffin pops up on the screen. Can I take a moment to pander to him for a second?
I thought that was going to go different.
It does look really foul up what's on this shirt, but Sean Griffin is our resident NASA scientist who comes in to call facts or jokes on a lot of people.
This show has everything.
It does have everything. And we are going to start with finding out what our battlefields are. Our battlefields are what is the battlefield? First battlefield is, what is the best representation of real person in a fictional movie or TV show? What is the coolest mode of transportation in fantasy novels? And who is the greatest video game villain? Dun, dun, dun. And we noticed that one of those is in yellow, and that means it was a audience selection. And right now, and we got greetings from his luxurious vacation single wide. It's Tim Rocliffe is joining us from Barrie, Ontario. Paul is like Cher. All right. At least I'm sounding melodic and hypnotic at the same time. So, thank you, Sean.
Do you believe in life after love?
Paul sounds like Cher if it was spelled SHARE. No? All right, well.
No? All right. And welcome, Philip, for checking in, watching as well. He's saying good luck to everyone because he is expecting everybody to die. What's our first battlefield again? What's the best representation of a real person in a fictional movie or TV show? That is yellow, which indicates it's the fan of the week question or battlefield topic. And I somehow misplaced which person presented that because I lost a hard drive. So if somebody wants to chime in and claim that was their question. Battler is Lucy Gervais with her Charlie Theron's interpretation of Eileen Wuornos in the film Monster,
Oh,
and
God.
she's
Why
facing
did I
off
pick
against
that?
Benjamin Walker as Abraham Lincoln in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. As a reminder, the first round is going to be the positive round where they get to be positive about their choice. Lucy obviously sounds positive about her choice, but
Yeah.
Jason Hatrick, second to the screen, is the person who gets to go first. So, Jason, this is the positive round. You get to be positive about your choice.
So this is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. It is obviously a huge upgrade over regular Abraham Lincoln. But my favorite thing about this movie is that it came out in 2012, the same year that Steven Spielberg's Lincoln, starring Daniel Day-Lewis, came out, which means that at some point in 2012, a bunch of teenagers who got high before going to the movies had some really interesting answers on their American history tests.
There we go. And we're now going to go to Lucy with her positive about Charlize Theron as Eileen Wuornos.
You
that was
make-
wrong.
Yep.
What?
You have control. I'm just trying to.
I
Here we
can't
go.
even hear Paul. Wait, so I'm just.
So this is the positive round, Lucy. So you got to be positive about your choice of Charlize Theron as Eileen Wuornos. Go.
Yeah, I was ready to go, and then Paul said something was wrong, and then he sounded like a robot. Okay, so sometimes when you get booked on this show, you make your decisions, your choices at about 3 a.m, and this was one of those times, for sure. But also, Eileen Wuornos, okay, gay icon. First of all, it's Pride Month, summer. It's Pride season, I guess. So I felt like that was a strong choice for that reason. And also, like, there's not enough female serial killers out there. You know, she's really, and not a lot of lesbian serial killers either. Or, you know, she might be bisexual. I'd have to double check. I want to represent her fairly. But that's some pretty important representation happening right there. So I defend my choice of Eileen Wuornos. So does my cat.
Yes, he does. All right, Paul, you're still coming in a little bit
you always
robotic.
do this.
So if you don't mind, I'm going to tell everyone, vote. Let's see your votes. This is the positive round. So I believe all of our hashtags and comments are up. So you can vote for either Lucy P for positive or Jason P for positive. Spam us in the comments if you're watching on Periscope, Twitch, or YouTube. Or if you're on Facebook, we've already got comments up with those hashtags. Just hit that like button for us.
Wait, Periscope is an option? Is Periscope still a thing?
I asked that same question
Periscope is
last
Twitter.
week.
Well, we ask that question every week. No one's really sure, but
Periscope is actually but I'm not sure how I'm setting it. It seems good for Lucy and for Jason.
This is
Another
some-
vote for Jason. The first round is always the positive round. They get to be positive with theirs. The negative round is when they get to be negative with the other person's choice they've only just heard, and no one can hear what I'm saying.
oh, and you're
Someone,
just back.
someone got water on Paul.
That
Put
means
him
I'm
in
going to
some
multiply.
rice.
And are the Facebook likes working, Erica?
Facebook likes are working, so we got one vote. Philip voted by posting a comment. You could have just clicked like, but we appreciate that you put in the extra effort. Same with you, Leslie. Thanks for your hashtag,
Oh, wow.
Jason.
Jason's killing it, like Eileen Wuornos would if she was still alive.
We did also get one like vote for Jason, so that's 3 votes for Jason on Facebook.
Right,
Also,
the round
that
is
was a
go-
great ad-lib by Lucy. Can we just take a second and acknowledge? Thank you for that, Lucy.
This is why I'm here. This is why I come
And-
back.
Jason has won the round. There we go. Jason has won the round. And no one can hear what I'm saying. So this is my life now. So I can figure a way to figure my computer. But Jason has won that round. It means we're moving to the negative round, which Lucy,
right.
you go first on the negative round.
So I have to go negative about Abraham Lincoln Vampire. Like, come on, man. You can't just be making like real historical figures. He's just like, oh, okay, this is just it's gonna be like Genghis Khan werewolf. Isn't that automatically interesting? I feel like it's lazy. Okay,
No.
I could have been like, okay, how about a fucking Freddie Mercury Pegasus. Actually, I should have gone with that. It's not in fiction, but it is really good, and it probably would have won me the round better than Murderous Lesbians ever could. That's it. Or you can just keep the focus on me. I love the attention.
Jason, let's hear your negativities.
Hang on. First, I'm typing some notes about Genghis Khan and Freddie Mercury for some screenplays I'm going to be writing after this. And while I do that, just shout out to low battery Stephen Hawking for hosting the show. Really excited to get you back on the show. I do want to. I'm not surprised to hear Lucy say there aren't enough female serial killers, because there is actually a pool going around on how long before she racks up 5 kills of her own. I've got mid-2022, so I don't know how far along you are now, Lucy, but if you could ramp that up, I really appreciate that.
You know what, guys? I will say, like, how do you know I haven't already had 5 and I'm just a really good murderer?
Let's see your votes. All right. So
sorry for ruining this episode.
Here we go. All right. Comments are going up right now. So you'll see hashtag Lucy N. I'm guessing that hashtag Jason N is coming up soon to follow. So vote for whoever you thought was more entertaining. And Paul, did I miss anything? I think that's it. Vote.
And how do they vote, Erica?
Oh, yes. So you can vote if you are watching on Facebook. We've got comments up that say hashtag Lucy N and hashtag Jason N. And you can just go ahead and hit like on either of those votes, either of those comments. Ideally not both, because that would just cancel each other out. That's basic math. If you're watching on any other platform, feel free to just spam us in the comments with those same hashtags, hashtag Jason N or hashtag Lucy N. Now we've got some comments coming in. So hang on, that one doesn't make sense without context, Paul. Let's start with this one. So Katie voting for Jason for that one comment, low battery Stephen Hawking as host, and NASA scientist Sean Griffin agreeing. If anyone can fact check a Stephen Hawking joke, it's someone else who's good at science. This is why I went into the arts, guys. This is why I have a communication studies degree. Oh, we got a good one coming in from Tim Rowcliffe. I love just this roast of Paul's audio that's going on right now. Paul was forever born on an 80s satellite dish. Well, now we know who his internet provider is.
Paul always kind of sounds like that.
All right, so if we're checking, looking at the votes, we've got that is one of 1, 2, 3, 4 votes so far for Jason, plus another 2 for Jason on Facebook. It looks like this is a sweep. Wow.
Oh,
all
shit.
right.
I didn't get a single vote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm out of here, guys.
Yeah, I agree with you, Luke.
All right, so in that case, Jason has won this round. He'll be on to the next round. He'll be in the finals for this battle. So, Paul, please introduce us to the next round.
Next round, just to say, Erica, the next round coming up is going to be how bad is it?
It's like a transformer having an orgasm.
It's pretty bad.
It's only not bad when Paul wants to talk about how bad his sound is.
It's very bad.
I'm constantly talking about how bad my sound is, just so I can say Ian Holm as Napoleon in Time Bandits.
Yeah.
Going to be versus Scott Andrew Carter's Richard Nixon from Futurama, as voiced by Billy West.
That's a good one.
There it is. And I do want to point out, and it's something I didn't catch when the choices were submitted, that.
Why am I going like this? It's not going to help.
No,
I know. I
that's
keep
not.
leaning in.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
things
Scott,
are
you
going
keep-
great for you right
go
now.
for it, Scott.
I keep squinting.
Maybe you should just write it on a piece of cardboard and hold it up.
All right, so Scott, you're on first with the positive round with your choice of some precedent from Futurama.
Yes. So first, I'm gonna just start this by immediately saying that I am completely wrong with this answer, because my initial plan for this was just to be like taking cutesy things that the head of Richard Nixon said in Futurama and compare it with really stupid things the real Richard Nixon said in real life. But there's only like 3 quotes that Richard Nixon has that doesn't denigrate the Jews at the start of it and denigrate homosexuals at the end of it. So instead of arguing my point, I will just read a ridiculous Richard Nixon quote, hang my head, and play the sad Price is Right music.
Don't actually play the music, though. We don't have the rights for that.
Okay. So it's just going to be me hanging my head after a Nixon quote. So I'll start it off with the solid solutions are not the answer.
Mwah, mwah. Is that how it goes? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
some great music.
That's it.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right. So,
yeah.
Dylan,
Is
your
it-
turn
is it
for
me-
the
is it
positive
me now?
round. Yes, please be positive about your choice of.
I'll
Ian
be
Holmes'
very
Napoleon
positive.
in
The
Time
Time
Bandits.
Bandits is a cluttered mess of a movie. I mean, I love it, but it's a clusterfuck from start to finish. That pays little reverence for any historical fact, and then right in the halfway through the first act, you get this performance by Ian Holm that actually brings a lot of weight and authenticity to the character of Napoleon, i.e., a whole bunch of just small man syndrome. Because why else would you try and take over the known world if you weren't completely obsessed with your own height? So yeah, so you're actually kind of learning a little something while also laughing at short people ultimately. But there's more gravitas to that performance than there needed to be. But yeah,
All
I
right,
don't have
short
any
people.
sad music or anything, but
Paul, how are you sounding right
Get your
now?
votes in. How am I
Hey!
sounding right now? Hey,
Sounding like a
all right,
person.
Dylan P.
Like them on Facebook, or
who's
if you
Dylan P?
P is for positive. It's the positive round. That will make it distinctive from the negative round, which would be Dylan N.
Actually, that's just Dylan.
That's
Like
my
that was-
street name, actually.
Dylan.
Nixon. See, yeah,
Dylan
I
Nixon.
I take
And-
umbrage with what you said about my grandfather.
All right, while the votes are coming in, I just want to point out, Lucy, you got 1 vote after we closed the voting, so it wasn't a complete sweep. Yay!
Oh,
Go
and it was
Lucy.
Peter. I gave him shit the other day for never voting for me when he
probably
watches
did that.
BattleCOM, so he learned his lesson.
I'm just trying to save up my my bad voice for a little bit. No, there it goes. It just went, didn't it? I can tell when everyone looks confused.
No, you
No.
sound.
no, you
sound
you're
great.
We're
human again.
confused that we can hear you.
It's okay. You're confused by the fact that I sound human again. That is probably.
There it goes. There it goes.
Yep.
Bye.
Now you just froze up completely.
We tried.
Is there a solar flare I don't know about that's happening on that side of the country?
Sean Griffin, if there's any information you have about solar flares, please put it in the comments.
Please do.
You have a
Sean,
solar
no.
flare guy? Holy shit.
Sean will know.
Yeah, we got a NASA dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
This
The
show
official
has
science
everything.
consultant
And it
of,
looks like,
BattleCOM.
So far, it's looking very Dylan. Erica, how's Facebook look?
So Facebook, we've got 1 vote that came in via being written instead of liked for Dylan, but other than that, Facebook so far, we have 2 votes for Scott. So that is 1, 2, 3 votes for Scott and 3 votes for Dylan so far.
Whoa.
If you want to be the
Come on,
tiebreaker-
Facebook.
Don't make this.
Come on,
too difficult.
Zuckerberg. Rig this like you did the election, motherfucker. Come on. For me.
All right. We know that Paul's internet connection is definitely the standout star of this show. It's too perfect. And here we've got here we go.
Oh,
NASA
meteor
scientist
shower.
John Griffin checking in. There is a meteor shower, which man, I was going to go out and watch that. Not that I'd be able to see it because I live in the city, but no solar flares
What's a fake mean?
As far as I know.
Oh, I never would have gotten that.
I don't know why I know that. I just do.
A fake what?
For those of you watching YouTube, hit like on the video as well, because that helps with the algorithm. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, because again, that helps build our brand, and which is kind of necessary if we're going to be taking this a little bit further. Thanking everyone who's really confused about how I'm sounding right now. No, you're understanding me. This is
you're doing okay.
And now it's going to go
a little bit at first, but
this is just what you sound like when you get high.
Anyone
Everyone
watching,
knows
like
you're
and
high.
subscribe. It'll make Paul sound better. Thank you. All right. It looks like there are no other votes coming in. And since it is an actual tie, Paul, what do you think we should do?
It is too close to call. No point will be awarded for the first round. Too close to call. We are going to go to the negative round. Negative means that Dylan, you're going to be going first.
I mean, Nixon, horrible, awful human being. But that quote you ended on, actually, it sounds like Shakespeare compared to the guy they have in office right now. You kind of made him sound smart and good. I mean, it's not an accurate depiction. The man doesn't have a body. He's just a floating, free-form head. Whereas in my movie, the guy has a body and a spinal column and, muscles and all of that. So just the fact that he's actually a fully embodied human being and not disembodied, I just think mine's the better pick.
Well, first of all, Nixon had a headless body of Spiro Agnew for himself, which is just as good. It's a body that isn't riddled with phlebitis like Nixon's was. But to be negative about Ian Holmes' depiction of Napoleon in Time Bandits, it's from what I remember in that movie. And from what I remember of history of Napoleon, is I know one thing about Napoleon. He's above average size for his time, 5'9". I know two things about Napoleon: above average size, and the man was all about logistics. So if that's not an entire role where he's just planning parcel shipments around, no, I'm not watching.
Okay, I think Scott is looking to get an assist from my vocal coach.
Is this a facts, not jokes situation?
Yeah.
This is a debate, goddammit!
Yeah.
The future of the free world depends on this debate. This is important
Your guy's spineless.
Or my name isn't Dylan P.
All right.
Well, it's hashtag Dylan N or hashtag Scott N. Just like those comments on Facebook.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now
I conceded this from the start, like I was like Richard Nixon. I'm conceding this battlefield. Like, I already told you I was wrong.
Yeah, you should just get into your helicopter and fly away.
Exactly. I'm leaving like this, guys.
Yeah, get one of your cats to fill in for you in the meantime.
There will be more solar flares in the coming months or years, though, so it's a good time to drive north to see the auroras. And we do have a vote in for Dylan on the negative. How are we doing on Facebook? Are the votes up? Get your votes up and get them in. If you're watching,
thank you, Sean.
Oh no, Paul, we just lost you.
Yeah, and Tim. Hell yeah!
All right, so
I will take
Facebook,
full credit for Ian Holmes' performance.
So far, it is 1-0 on Facebook for Scott. So congratulations, whoever voted for Scott.
That's a confusing one.
What's Facebook? I've never heard of it.
Oh my god.
So Bud's Backyard is he's advertising his channel. So we're popular enough that people want to actually jump in to advertise their stuff on this show. So that's a success.
Yay!
I'm
he's
looking
voting
at
for
Bud's
himself, which I
backyard.
don't think is allowed in the rules of BattleCOM. I don't really know because I've never tried voting for myself. Why not? I'm not sure.
Right,
Has
I'm
anyone
seeing
voted
it-
for themselves before in BattleCOM history, Paul?
Yes.
By mail?
Lots of people.
I vote by mail for BattleCOM.
Yeah. The votes tend to get in a little late at that point. I would hate to see a U.S. election that was done this way, as we do it. But please make sure you do vote, because you saw what happened when not everyone voted in the United States. So it's very important to look and vote. But now I'm seeing a lead for Dylan, and Erica just got a vote as well.
Yay!
I haven't seen any votes for Scott on the native round.
We've got 2 votes for Scott on Facebook now, so I think that's another tie, actual tie. So anyone else who's watching, hey, Bud's Backyard, don't vote for yourself. Vote for either Dylan or Scott, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about this backyard, though? I'm very
just wondering, like, yeah, what's back there?
Lucy's doing
Trampolines
research
and
right
dog
Definitely
shit.
some buds.
Lucy's
then
going to
it's
be
a
our
great- then
on-site
it's like my
reporter.
backyard.
Lucy, checking to see what else he's got growing in his backyard.
Oh no, Paul.
I see some turtle stuff. There's a pretty sweet looking sandcastle. I might have to subscribe to Bud's Backyard. In fact, Erica,
Yes. Is there a
I
cat
think you
there?
noticed I chimed in. Oh no.
Oh. Hang on. Oh,
Yeah.
Are we not
There we go.
accidentally advertising for Bud's Backyard by having this conversation?
We are.
got the
and it's
cat.
good for
Follow
everyone
into his
because
I
ploy.
saw the cat. I love the cat.
It's-
We can talk about Lucy's cat instead. Look at how cute and orange he is.
He's so
Am I-
orange.
Is your cat's name Bud's Backyard?
It is now.
all right. So now that butthole is off, let's talk about getting a vote. Is that going to be too close? We can't have too close to calls back to back. That means Erica is going to have to survive. She has to decide who gets the point.
Ooh, that's a tough one. But you know what? I think just for dropping those historical facts, I might have to give it to Scott.
Okay.
Don't
fake
make
news.
decisions. I'm really sorry, Dylan.
History is
After my-
fake news. Everyone knows that. Knowledge
Scott, you
causes
owe me
cancer.
$1.75.
Here, I'm trying to concede a vote, and I can't even lose that way.
All right. So
Double
Dylan,
negative.
you have.
Hey, it's my first time. You know, I'm not going to be great the first time out.
But this is he's still not won the round. He has to win 2 rounds to actually win the round. So you're not out of it yet, Dylan. So this
Okay.
is your chance. We're doing a free-for-all round where you have the choice of being positive, being negative, doing a roast attack upon Scott, or just be entertaining. And this is the start of that
Yeah.
round. Dylan.
So it's like Sophie's Choice. Be positive, be negative, do a roast attack on Scott, or just be entertaining. Hey, I'm double jointed.
Yeah.
Ah,
All my
God.
fingers, motherfucker. I'm not very good at roasts. I can't. The kids do the roasts. I'm a bit of a freak. That's all I got. I'm not good under pressure.
You're under
I'm
pressure,
sure there's a lot
Scott.
to work there with Scott, but like I just don't have the heart. He needs this so bad.
Yeah, I'm actually fairly perfect, so there's not much to roast. I don't like who laughed at that for so long as they did.
It was
Anywho,
Erica.
oh, that's good. That's
it was
good.
definitely me. That's so my brand.
Yeah, I know you're a real mean one.
I thought it was funny. I'm not being mean. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna get the hashtags up.
Well, I guess I'm done.
Right on,
Oh,
Sean Griffin.
you're not done. Keep going, Scott. Sorry.
We're like
you
this,
gotta
Sean.
laugh.
We're like this.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I was just gonna read you just a doozy of a Nixon quote because this one confused me. Here you go. You know, it's a funny thing. Every one of the bastards that are out legalizing marijuana is Jewish. So I'd just like to thank the Jewish community for that one.
And they were very
Wow.
successful.
All right.
It only took them 40 years.
Let's see your votes. I feel like neither of you was very good under pressure in this round. But you know who I feel probably would be good under pressure?
Woo!
Richard
Bum,
Nixon.
bum, bum, bada, bum,
Freddie
bum.
Mercury Pegasus, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for that, Lucy. I'm going to be probably talking about Freddie Mercury Pegasus for days. Anyways, let's see your votes.
It's yours.
Thank you. I was planning on stealing it, so thanks for your permission. Let's see your votes. So spam us in the comments of YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope if you're on Periscope. If you're on Facebook, we've got comments up. You feel free to just like those with the hashtags ScottF4A or DylanF4A for free-for-all. While you're voting, Paul, you know what I realized I forgot to bring up? While Scott was on screen, you may have seen this. Paul, please try and tell the audience if he's not good enough.
That is a red ball loss. A red ball loss is what happens when one of the battlers is scored and it has one point out. Okay,
never mind.
No, I feel like the faster you talk, the worse it gets.
Talk slowly.
So since Scott had won that round, he got a red ball of awesome, which is this. So you'll see that on screen once someone has won a round in this battle. Anyways, now that we have explained what that is, please get your votes in. Sean Griffin reminded me that I also forgot to mention 25-cent chicken wings. That is because unfortunately I am not selling 25-cent chicken wings out of my house. Also, that's copyright Don Campbell. Don was our stage manager for many a live BattleCOM show. And Don, if you're watching, hi, am I doing a good job?
How do the votes look, Erica?
Votes on Facebook are looking... Ooh, Scott is in the lead by 2 votes.
Wow.
And we're calling that for Scott. Scott has the most votes in the spam comments as well. So Scott has won that first round. That means he gets to face off against Jason. On the positive round now, Jason gets to be positive once more about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
All right. Well, every vampire hunter, of course, needs a vampire hunting weapon. Abraham Lincoln's weapon of choice is an axe. It's like a regular wood chopping axe. It's silver plated and it has a gun in it because, of course, it does. Because to paraphrase Avengers Endgame, that's America's axe.
All right, Scott.
Okay. Here's another just lovely Richard Nixon quote. I've often thought that if there had been a good rap group around in those days, I might have chose a career in the music industry instead of politics.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, rapping Nixon is my that's probably my spirit animal.
All right, let's see your vote.
Hashtags are up.
Oh, we're in different places now.
Oh, we are in different places.
I'm on the end.
Interesting. I think they decided to
I'm
just
the bread in this sandwich.
All right, so I think this is referring to, I'm not really sure. I'm assuming something that Paul said.
Oh.
We don't know what that is, Tim, but we're going to hope it's something good. All right, so let's see your votes. We've got 1 vote coming in. We've got Katie voting for Jason. Let me check, and we've got 1 vote in so far for Scott. So everyone else who's watching, get your votes in. Spam us in the comments on Facebook. You'd think I would get this right, considering how many times we say it. If you're watching
Not that
on
easy.
Twitch, Periscope, or YouTube, one of those. Spam us in the comments, like this or like this. If you're watching on Facebook, we've already got comments up with those hashtags, so you just need to hit like on those. Quick update for you, Paul. We've got 1 vote for Scott on Facebook and 1, 2, 3 spam comment votes for Jason.
So
Is this where I throw my support behind Jason just to screw Scott over?
Yeah.
I mean, your vote doesn't doesn't really count, Dylan. Sorry to break it to
But my
you.
influence. I'm an influencer.
Oh yes, please feel free to just influence all over the
I'm
place.
like
If you have
I'm
any
like the
other-
Koch brothers here.
Go
There
for
we
it.
go.
I mean, why not? All right.
It's
Hey,
pronounced
Scott.
Koch brothers.
You're full
Is
screen.
it?
Yeah, it is.
I wish.
I had a teacher,
Alright.
and her last name was spelled D-Y-C-K, and we could never tell if it was meant to be Dick or Dyke, and we didn't want to say it first, you know? Sort of a cook kind of, never mind.
Is it actually
Yeah.
Smith?
No, what? No.
Yeah.
She was Mennonite. It was Dick, actually, which was a hilariously ironic name for that woman.
I thought maybe she was Elon Musk's mother and it was pronounced Kyle.
Nice.
Have you seen?
All right.
Never mind.
So we now have 2 votes
Scott.
for Scott on Facebook. So that is
Oh, I
There's a
called it
kitty
the table.
cat.
And the
Oh,
I
cat's
wanna
voting
vote
for
the
me too.
cat.
which cat is that?
This cat.
Oh, it's a baby.
Hello.
So that
Cutie.
obviously with the cat in frame, I believe that is going to Jason.
By a very
Nice.
narrow margin of 1 vote. Is that enough of a margin? If it is, then
That is
yes.
2 votes if you count Nero's vote. He voted for me.
Does Nero have his own Facebook account?
He does not.
Okay, well, you need to get
Is
on
it-
that.
Instagram.
Is it
maybe.
Nero like Robert De Niro?
It's Nero, like the emperor that watched Rome burn while he played
So
his
like
fiddle,
Trump.
because he just sits and screams while failing to rule efficiently.
So it is not because he's a black cat. Okay.
He is not an emperor for the people. He is an emperor who believes the people are for him, as all cats are.
All
A
right.
lot of thought went into that
Right.
name.
It did. A lot of thought went into it. Hopefully, a lot of thought goes into the next round. Paul, please bring up the next round. All right, Scott, looks like
Oh.
you're going first in the negative round. You got to be negative about Jason's choice of Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter.
So I'm not gonna fall into that trap about making a statement against the man that freed the slaves in America. I'm not gonna make like a very Richard Nixon-esque quote, which I wish I really had one that would go along with how he hated the end of slavery, but I'm sure he did. And there are 3,700 hours of tapes that I have to go through eventually to find out if he ever said that.
All right,
Woo.
Ethan, your turn to be negative about Scott's choice of Richard Nixon.
Do I have to be, or can I just like rant on whatever I want, like Scott just did? But if I have to be negative
Ooh.
about Richard Nixon, how could I be negative about Richard Nixon?
Nixon on Futurama.
I think it's improbable that you would have all of those heads in jars and no one would have, just accidentally forgotten to screw the cap all the way in on Nixon, so there would be a slow leak over time so that we don't have to keep hearing all of those quotes Scott's been reading. I feel like it's unlikely he would have survived that long. Someone might
I
have
don't
just
think he survived.
shatter.
Oh, sorry,
Oh
Paul.
my
Nixon
God.
at the same
Also,
time.
Nixon, like, how does that work? Like, Nixon died before that technology to preserve a head in a jar existed. So they have the capacity to decapitate a dead body and then reanimate just the head after the fact?
You know what? They could rebuild him. They have the technology.
I have questions about the science behind Futurama. Sean Griffin and I are going to write a paper.
All right, so Denis Leger is letting us know that there's a major lag on Facebook. It did kind of look that way. I was hoping it wasn't as bad as it seemed. If you're watching us on Facebook, we are going to try and accommodate you so that you can get your votes in. If you're able to switch over to YouTube or Twitch, hopefully there's a bit less of a lag there. Anyways, Paul, tell them about voting.
Vote away. We need to get your votes in.
Oh my god. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone.
much
Oh
covered
my
it.
god.
Oh wait, that just came through. Okay. Hashtags are up. Please feel free to like the comments on Facebook that have hashtag Jason N or hashtag Scott N for negative. Feel free to spam us in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope. While you are getting all of your votes in, we've just got, here. So Sean Griffin asking if he can sad the Price is Right music, Jason, on that Elon Musk joke. And I will say retroactively, yes.
Just to be clear, that Elon Musk joke was between rounds and should not count against me in voting.
It wasn't really a vote. It was just
Being a rules lawyer.
Also, I've just been texted, Futurama literally invented a mathematical formula for an episode. Don't fuck with their science, dude.
Yeah, and the Lost Prisoner of Benda.
Threats. Also, by the way, feel free to let us know what you think, what your answer would have been for this round. So what do you think is the best depiction of a historical figure in a fictional medium?
Katie, you should put your choice in the comments because it was brilliant and I almost went with it.
Ooh, yes, Katie, please tell us your choice. What else? We've got Sean Griffin talking about his paperwork. That's super fun stuff for a Friday night.
I think he just agreed to co-author my paper on the science of Futurama.
Let's do it.
And I hope you realize that when you agree to co-author a science paper with me, I'm responsible for all of the jokes. You're responsible for literally everything else.
All right, so it looks like right now on Facebook, all of our votes are tied. Paul, let's check in with you. How do you sound? And can you let us know how the rest of the votes look to you?
Well, I'm seeing a vote for 2 votes for Jason, 1 vote for Scott on the spamming, and we've got the F equals MA, but that appears to be it's slowly, but it is only going for Jason. Jason is going to have the point and the round.
All right.
We're going to go to Jason Hatrick. Jason Hatrick has won the first round. And Katie McKinney is given the choice that she suggested. Erica, did you click on it?
Sorry about that. I clicked on a different thing and it made it go away, but here is her choice. Will Smith in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, it's so good. Also, if you haven't seen the trailer for Bel-Air, the dramatic retelling of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, go watch it right now. It's really good.
Actually finish this show and then go watch it.
Yes.
I do still need to watch that because honestly, I was hoping, my brother and I had thought that we were hoping that maybe like just a few years ago, it might be a little too late for it to happen now, but we were hoping for like a Fresh Prince sort of reboot where Jaden Smith plays a spoiled kid who lives in Beverly Hills and to get straightened out and like learn what life is, gets sent to live with his aunt and uncle in West Philadelphia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think it's a great idea.
Now, if Tim was, go ahead, Scott.
Didn't they just announce that they were doing a reboot of Fresh Prince as a drama?
It was born out of this trailer. Like someone showed the actual trailer to Will Smith, and he was like, "This is great. We should do this."
Oh, that's amazing.
And I low-key hope they get actual Will Smith to play Uncle Phil.
Yes. Aww. That would be great.
Or Katie's suggestion of Andre Braugher.
Would he shave his head for the role?
I mean, ooh.
He did before. Doesn't he have like a shaved head in some DC movie?
It's short.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Or not Deadpool, Deadshot.
Yeah, he played Dead Career, whatever it was.
All right.
I love Jane Wheadland.
Is it too late for Sean to change his vote to Katie?
Yes, it is too late because I've used marker to write down the votes. And Gabriel is not on the show, but we're pretty sure he would have chosen somebody from one of the historical figures in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure for his choice. So, but Tim Rowcliffe is saying that he would have chosen Joan of Arc.
Oh, not
from Bill and Ted.
not Genghis Khan. Anyway, Bill and Ted is just full of amazing depictions of historical figures. Joan of Arc. Wasn't she in? Not the Runaways. What band was she in? Like the Go-Go's? She was like the bass player for the Go-Go's or something. Never mind. I'm getting sidetracked.
Okay. Oh, I don't know the actress. Tim Rowcliffe mentioned the actress, and it is Jane Wheadland. With we can Google.
I thought she was from Reno 911.
Jane Wheadland.
She is from the Go-Go's.
She is from the Go-Go's. Also confirming that. Thanks.
Which I only just learned that the other day. I work in a video store and somebody mentioned it.
Wait, where do you
work in a video store?
Yeah, that's the reaction I usually get.
Oh, man.
Here in Vancouver, it's Black Dog Video.
Oh, you Black Dog. I love Black Dog.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great. It's still in business, which surprises a lot of people.
That's
I used to
amazing.
live right around the corner from there.
Do you only rent VHS, or do you have like DVD and Blu-ray?
You know what's weird is I've been an avid VHS collector ever since it started I realized I was never going to see these things again. And I always thought I was a bit of a weirdo for holding on to like a few hundred VHS. And in the last week, I've had people come into the shop like just desperate. I sold like $50 worth of VHS to one guy. We don't have it on the shelf, but we have it in the dusty old creepy back where nobody ever goes. So yeah, if you're into VHS, come on down to Black Dog Video on Commercial Drive in Vancouver. Skate videos in particular. If you get your hands on any like of those fucking like 90s skate videos on VHS, for some reason those are worth like $50 each.
They were worth that when they came out too.
You think? Oh yeah, right.
Sold for that.
I have a lot of those, and I'm glad to hear they stayed same in value.
Yeah. It's like I was in Halifax once, and there was a Dayglow Abortions concert happening, and I asked how much the ticket price was, and they said $5, which was the same price as when I was 16. Like 20 years had gone by, and the Dayglow Abortions had never once raised their price to get in.
Oh,
it's okay to adjust for inflation, guys. Yeah, I know you're punk rock, but
it's either commitment to fans or failure. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, $5. How much is a beer? $5? $5.
All right.
Anyways, yes, this message brought. Sorry, go on.
There it is. It's time now to move to the next round. Jason has won that round. And we are moving on to the second battlefield, which is what is the coolest transportation in fantasy novels. Our first battle is going to be Scott Andrew Carter with 2 T's. I don't know why. Well, there's 3 T's because there's a T in Carter as well. But he says horses from everything because there's always horses in fantasy novels. And he's facing off against the train in The Train to Busan by Lucy Gervais. Lucy, you get to go first. First on the negative round.
Positive round.
I mean, trains are pretty cool as they are, but as terrifying as it would be, I don't think there's anything cooler than a train that's just chock full of zombies. I wouldn't ride it myself, but I think it's pretty awesome.
All right,
hello.
Scott. Positive about your choice of horses.
Okay, so this one's not so much about using a horse for transport, but I'd say that my favorite horse fantasy is from that play Equus.
Let's see your votes. Hashtags should be up. Are they? Yes. Looks like hashtags are up, Paul.
Yeah, hashtags are up, and so is the censorship. We'll just see if we caught anything. Yeah, there is the hashtags are up, so you can vote. Remember, you're voting for who's most entertaining, not who's right, but who's most entertaining. And yeah, I want to talk about VHS collecting. It's there's actually there's a comedian, Richard Sandling in the UK, who has done several shows about VHS. His collection that he has. He also runs a movie night comedy show where they take them apart. So Richard Stanley.
I so wish I could hear what you're saying right now.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little
Yeah,
bit.
Ordinarily, I'm just
no.
like, whatever, but now I'm like, wait, you're actually saying something I'm interested in. Not Richard Stanley, the director of The Island of Lost Souls.
Sandling.
Oh, Sandling. Okay, all right. I mean, it's a hipster thing, but, you know, fuck, why not, man?
Before it's cool.
Guys, we never talked about how Jason was so mean to Scott in the last round.
He was pretty mean to Scott.
I was so shook.
He's always mean to me.
I was gonna say, like,
Good.
we were talking about murder earlier. I think we just witnessed one.
What did I say to Scott that was so mean? I don't even remember. That's how important it was to me.
What a stupid choice to make.
He was talking shit about Nixon or just quoting Nixon instead of having an actual
Yeah, you
argument,
were like,
which isn't too far from the truth.
No, that was the exact truth.
I mean, I calls him like I sees him.
yeah,
Scott hasn't.
it was just brutal, but I loved it.
Here in Canada, that's like a hate crime.
All right, so checking in with the votes. Sorry to be like your boring mom to tell you guys to stop talking about
Mom.
So far it looks like we've got 3 votes for Lucy, and combined with Facebook, 2 votes for Scott. Paul, should we wait for more votes to come in, or would you like to call it?
Well, let's call it, because we do have a time limit to the show, or we attempt to have a time limit to the show. Lucy has gotten the first point on the board for the positive round. We are now moving to the negative round, which Lucy got a point. That means Scott goes first.
All right.
No.
I don't want to.
Oh
wait. Oh, sorry.
Well, you said that there's nothing better than a train full of zombies. But have you ever been on a train ride down the Amalfi Coast in Italy? Oh, mwah, it's beautiful.
Lucy, your turn to be negative.
Clearly not.
Horses.
I don't know, man. Like all horses, like literally all the horses, you know, I just feel like that's a very horse girl choice to make, you know. And you know what they say about horse girls? They grow up into horse women. I don't know. I'm sorry.
All right, let's see your votes. Question mark? Hashtags are up.
Can we start our horse puns here? You have a very hoarse voice.
I'm just wondering if any Tsarinas are feeling attacked at this point.
If you're a Tsarina and you're watching our show, please let us know.
What is a Tsarina?
It's
like a Russian princess.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I didn't know that.
And it's a
Like
very
the
fancy
Tsar,
word. No, that's
the Tsar's
not
daughter.
a
Like
vote. That's the hashtag, Paul.
Like Serena Williams?
Yeah, she is
Yeah.
actually Russian royalty.
Tsarina
A lot of
Williams,
people don't know
yeah.
that.
All
Oh my
right.
God, people are voting for me? This is crazy.
Yeah, so far you've got 2 votes, but Scott also has 1, 2 votes. Scott also likes butts. Hashtag Tina. I'm assuming that's Tina Belcher. If there's
Well,
another
who
Tina who
doesn't?
likes butts, and
Oh,
you're watching
yeah.
let us know.
Oh, you're like a bearded Tina Belcher. I stand.
Oh, and here's a 3rd vote for Scott. So
Scott in the lead.
right now, Scott is in the lead by 1 vote.
And then we're going to be calling for Scott, and we're moving on to the free-for-all round. Free-for-all means it's going to be positive, negative, just be entertaining, or roast attack upon your opponent. Lucy, you can go first on this one.
Okay, so listen, cats have been like really good luck for a lot of people, and I talked about my orange cat earlier. I just wanted to point out that I do own a pillow that looks just like my cat, and I got the pillow first, so that's crazy. Like, let's just talk about how that's nuts. But then after I got my orange cat, a friend of mine got she had this blanket kicking around, and it's a blanket that also looks like my cat. Free for all round.
All right, Scott, free for all round. Positive, negative, just be entertaining.
Congratulations on your cats, first of all. That must be a very treasure for you. But I will also say, like, your silly train. It's just a train. You think a train could beat up a horse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite.
Yeah, no. Hold on.
Every horse.
Yeah, you're right. A train could beat up a horse. I'm wrong on this. So I guess there goes my point. My point on this was going to be that horses have an entire section on Wikipedia for celebrities that they've maimed or killed, but I guess trains probably do too. So you really picked the one that I really didn't want you to pick.
I'm good at that. Yeah, I feel like a train could kill every horse. If you took every horse and lined it up, the train would be like.
You know what horses can do? Sharp right turns.
That's a good point.
All right, let's see your vote. Hashtags are up.
Before we get that good comment out.
You will
I love the sound of Paul agreeing with me.
That there was a typo, and we wrote hashtag Lucy F4 exclamation mark instead of F4A for free for all. This is what it's supposed to look like.
Do not hold Alt.
There. Oh man.
Do not hold Alt and click F and push F4 to vote
Not
for
our
Lucy.
night.
Don't do that.
Anyways, we've already got some votes coming in. Scott, for knowing how to apologize when he's wrong, a skill most men will never grasp. Sincere look into the camera. Denis Leger bringing up not quite a fact aren't joke, like that trains have lots of horsepower.
But no agility.
And then we've got 1 and 2 more votes for Scott because turning radii matter.
What?
Props to Sean Griffin for correctly pluralizing radius.
I know.
Yeah. I thought he was just imitating Paul.
All right, heading over to Facebook, it looks like we've got 1 vote for Scott, and that's it right now. So if you're watching on Facebook, feel free to, like those
I think
comments.
we're going to have to call that for Scott. This has been like a Scott sweep.
All right, so
at
we're
this
calling
point.
Sweet.
So Scott is retired to come back at the end of the round to face off against the winner of the next battle, which is going to be Jason Hatrick with his choice of transport via plants from Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that's the wrong thing.
Yeah, the image ends.
Please don't make me do that again.
So I heard something about Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, there we are.
Okay. Can everybody see it? What do you guys see?
I can see it. I can see it.
Now it's good.
Now is good. Okay, we are. There we go. Wow, that's all right. I'm giving up at this point. Dylan, you actually get to go first.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, again with fantasy, I'm not too well versed, but the first thing that jumped into my head when posed with this question was that terrifying, incredibly devoted luck dragon from the Never-Ending Story, who will who comes to you in your time of darkest need, and will basically do anything for you. He'll fly you anywhere. He'll laugh at your bad jokes. He'll put up with your irritating personality, and when called upon, will terrorize juvenile delinquent bullies. He'll kill them for you if you want them to. And what's more, he's not limited to the fictional realm. The Luck Dragon can, as demonstrated, not necessarily in the book, The Never-Ending Story, but the film, leap from the fictional realm into the real realm. So basically, it's an omnipotent, dog-like monster that will kill children if you ask him to. That has got to be the coolest. I mean, bad children.
Oh, good.
Are there any other kind? Jason.
So transport via plants is a spell you can cast in Dungeons and Dragons. You basically travel anywhere on the world from one tree to another. which is fun because in the magical world of D&D, entering a plant can magically transport you across the world, while in real life, enough plant entering you through a sufficiently potent edible can make it almost impossible to transport yourself off the couch.
And even that truck agrees with it as it motored away. Vote, get your votes up. The hashtags are up, so you can start voting on Facebook. Just like the hashtag comment on Facebook. If you're watching on Twitter, YouTube, or Twitch, just spam hashtag and spam the name of the person you're voting for. That's how we get our votes in. All right, about that. I don't know. No one's shaking their head at me, so I appear to be clear. So I'm afraid to shut up. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to run out of breath. I'm not sure if this is
You're doing that on purpose. You're doing that on purpose.
That's kind of great. Bleep bloop blop.
It started out so
Skibbity-boop.
good.
It sounds like a robot trying to scat.
All right, so we've got a couple votes coming in. 2 votes for Jason. And we've got a 3rd vote for Jason so far on Facebook. Feel free to continue spamming us. Ooh, there's another one.
Hey, is it because I mentioned dead children? Really? I can't believe I'm losing an election just because I talked about dead children.
Which is weird because usually I feel like that's the kind of issue that would win an American election. That was a bad joke. Pretend I never said it. Anyway.
I got it loud and clear. And I agree.
That I'm calling that one for Jason at this point. So Dylan, you have to go first again, being negative about transport via plants.
I don't agree that you know, if you take certain plant related drugs that you can't get off the couch. I've walked miles, often having no idea where I am when I come to. Yeah, it's fine, but you have to go somewhere with trees. So that rules out, you know, New York City, Los Angeles, Paris, London, all the good places. No trees. So you're stuck in the small towns where they have loads of trees. Places like Cranbrook, British Columbia, you know, or Northern Alberta. Well, not Northern Alberta, but you know, fuck trees. No, not a fan.
Wow. Fuck trees.
I rest my case. I mean, they're good for breathing and stuff.
I'm mostly just happy that Dylan didn't go up against Scott on this one, because then we'd have Never-Ending Story and horses in the same place at the same time, and that never ends well. That's just going to make everybody really sad. So let's not bring it up. Artex.
Did you say it never ends well?
And then Artex. Vote. Where's my Kleenex? Vote.
From dead children to dead horses.
I literally have virtually no memory of that movie because I've blocked it from my entire subconscious.
Oh,
it's
you mean
so
like
much
World
creepier
War?
and better. I just rewatched it as a 40-something, and it's like this. It's a weird existential nightmare film. I have no idea why they showed movies like that to children back in the 80s. Between that and Labyrinth, it's a miracle I haven't killed myself.
Well, we're glad
I wasn't a child.
And on that positive note, vote.
Yeah, right. Voting is a good thing sometimes.
Hashtag
Hashtag up. Feel free to like the hashtag comment on Facebook. And just spam us in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope. I got it right that time. We've got Tim Rowcliffe asking if Cranbrook, BC is really in D&D.
Nothing but orcs. Nothing but orcs.
Depends on the campaign you're playing.
Driving pickup trucks.
All right, your votes are coming in. While your votes are coming in, I'll just point out, I forgot to put lipstick on before the show. Sorry to anyone who has to look at me without lipstick on, I guess.
I was going to say, Erica.
You could have reminded me before the show.
No, I'm just kidding. You look fine. Do you want to borrow some of mine? I put on way too much.
Okay,
Yes.
sure. Hang on.
What? Who said that?
There you go. There you go.
All right. So how are the votes looking? Paul, and how do you sound?
It looks very Dylan in the spam comments. How's it looking on Facebook?
Facebook is 1-0 for Jason right now.
Then we are calling that for Dylan.
All right.
Dylan has won because he has commanding lead in the spam comments, unless I'm missing stuff. But it looks like it's Dylan, so this means we're going to a free-for-all round with Jason first.
Wow. Okay. People really hate trees. Did not see that coming. Basically, the way the spell works in D&D is you walk into one tree and then walk out of another tree, having, I guess, traveled through the root structure of the plants, which implies that all plants are linked by a common root structure, which means there's only one plant. And if there's only one plant, it would have to be the oldest and most powerful organism on the planet. So think about that the next time you walk into your wooden house and look out the window at the tree in your yard that is looking back at you, plotting. You think trees fall on houses by accident?
That was a veiled threat. That was a veiled threat. Explaining the botany of D&D does not make it any less boring. It just it's like, great. I'm glad that all the trees are friends in D&D. Also those headphones and your chair. I just think Princess Leia every fucking time I look at it. or like you get the goofy ears. It's just. I've been wanting to say that since this thing went live. Yeah, and the cat agrees with me. The cat agrees with me.
The cat's laughing.
All right. On
But
that
which cat?
votes. This
My
round,
cat.
supposed to call is gonna decide who moves on to the finals of this battle.
Oh my God,
one vote
Jason!
for
I sorry, Sean Griffin. I for a second I thought that you hadn't written arborist. And I was just like, wait a minute, what's your point? Like, that's really
I thought
heavy.
you said abortionist.
That's what I thought, man. Like,
Wow.
Since you're not an abortionist,
Wow,
I was like, what?
how do you know I'm not an abortionist? Oh yeah, okay.
I definitely got abortionist vibes, and that's a compliment.
Thank you.
It's a nice thing to say.
Let's talk after the fucking show.
On that note, keep getting your votes in.
Oh, my neighbors must hate me. Just laughing so loud at nothing that they can hear or see.
I guess just keep getting your votes in so that we can carry this battle to term.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my God!
Ooh.
I don't know. I think we should pull the plug on this one.
We're just gonna let that one hang there.
Wow.
Oh shit! How many dates am I getting from this fucking show? This is great.
Oh, it's Sean. He gave me his number earlier.
That means we all have each other's numbers.
Well, let's get it out.
Is anyone on my L?
Let's fucking party.
So the votes, the hashtags are up. So please make sure you are voting. It's hashtag Jason F for A or hashtag Dylan F for A. Or if you're watching on Facebook, you can just like the hashtag comment so we'll be able to tell.
We got to find another thing for free for all because every time you say F for A, it sounds like something that gets posted to Reddit on a classifieds ad.
Sounds like. Never mind.
If anyone wants to change the subject, quick update on the votes. It looks like right now Jason is in the lead. So, Dylan fans, if you want him to catch up, vote.
Come on, Mom, Dad, Uncle Hank.
Come on,
Who don't even have a computer in your house? My fans don't waste their times with computers.
Aww.
It's any consolation, Dylan. I'm surprised people are voting for me in round 3, but I was surprised they voted for you in round 2, so it evens out.
It was
Turn. Oh, I love this.
They're okay with the abortion jokes, but the tree stuff, no way.
I think it's because I brought up Artax and everybody got real sad.
That was a cheap shot. The horse didn't even really die. I mean, that's an urban legend. I don't know if you've heard that.
How's the votes looking on Facebook?
The real horse didn't die.
Oh no, that was going around for years. That the horse, the mechanism that they were lowering it into the mud actually like broke, and they literally drowned a horse. So you're watching a drowning horse.
Why are you telling me this?
Wait, is that true?
This is a comedy show, Dylan.
Revenge, motherfucker! Revenge.
Was it directed by John Landis? What the hell?
You said that was an urban legend.
No, it was.
Man,
That would
fuck
be the
horses.
darkest joke of this show.
A horse would have died eventually anyway. Who cares?
No. Anyways, votes on Facebook are 1-0 for Jason.
You remember that. The horse would have died eventually. Remember that argument the next time Lucy is burying you alive in Bud's backyard.
Yeah.
All right. There
Hey,
we
where-
go.
Where
You're
is
gonna feel
Bud's
so
backyard?
dumb.
Jason has won that round.
Lucy got more votes than I did.
I'm that good. That's why they keep bringing me back.
So this is Scott. Scott, it's yours to be positive, but your choice.
All right. Well, you know, a horse killed Christopher Reeves, right? Like, a horse killed the real Superman, and it didn't even mean to. Like, the horse was not trying to kill Superman there. It did. It like Doomsday had to really try to kill Superman, but the horse just did it, and that's why I'm terrified of horses. And Equus is the reason why I'm not allowed to be around horses.
And Jason, your positive round.
As long as I guess we're bringing up comic books and turning this to comic books, transport via plants. You go through the root structure of a plant. It's the closest you're going to get to fucking poison ivy, and we all know you want to.
The plant
Vote!
poison ivy.
Get your
Oh my
votes up.
god, Jason!
The Hatrick are up.
We've got a factor in jokes being called on Scott. So far, no factor in jokes being called on Jason. All right, get your votes in.
Thank you, Jason.
Also, we've already got one that we'll get to later. Send us your choices of what is your favorite fantasy mode of transportation. Let's check in. I'm going to check in on the votes on Facebook real quick. And there aren't any yet. Let's keep spamming us in the comments. Lucy, you're not allowed
You
to
guys like
vote.
that?
I'll take it.
I'm just
I'll take it.
joking. Like, don't count it, but I just wanted to pipe that in.
I appreciate that Katie is voting for the joke that she wrote. Fed me.
It would be really funny if she didn't. All right, so far, Jason,
Oh
it looks
no! Don't do that.
like we just have a bunch of horse haters, I guess.
I have more facts about animals who are killed on film sets if anybody wants to hear. Have you ever seen The Adventures of Milo and Otis? Like literally dozens of dead puppies and kittens. That movie is horrible. Horrible. And I'm not even lying.
God.
Oh, you know when they see the kitten fall off the cliff? They literally threw kittens off cliffs to get that shot.
Oh God!
It was the 80s!
I don't know what movie you're talking about, but I do not want to watch it.
The Adventures of Milo and Otis, narrated by Dudley Moore.
So good of you to bring that up. I don't know if you've gotten the impression that this channel is pro-cat in any way, but...
Oh, yeah.
They're more pro Dudley Moore, though.
We're
I'm just trying- I'm
calling
just
that
trying-
one for Jason, unless there's a big thing on Facebook that is pro Scott.
There probably isn't.
There's one vote on Facebook for pro
Oh my
Scott.
God! Oh no, the cat is like infiltrating.
Am I the only one who doesn't have a fucking cat?
Stop! Please stop.
It really,
You've-
Lucy, it looks like your cat just handed you that bottle you were drinking.
He's like, you look thirsty. No.
All right.
It's only bad if they're bartending.
My
All right,
cat
and
wins
one vote
every
for Lucy's
episode.
cat because it knows that she's thirsty.
Doesn't everyone?
Negative round.
We are going to the negative round. Scott, you get to go first on the negative round. Negative vote, Jason's choice of transport via plants.
Well, I know you said that I've always wanted to fuck poison ivy, but I, for one, have rubbed poison ivy all over my genitals before, and I got to tell you, it was only all right.
Negative about what you said before. I got to be honest with you. You lied. A horse didn't kill Christopher Reeves, who was Superman. Gravity killed Superman out of vengeance for all of the times Superman just laughed in Gravity's face, taking to the skies. It was vengeance, it was justified, and it was righteous.
There we go. We've been killing children, horses, kittens, and now
Christopher Reeves. Also, he didn't die.
Yeah,
from
he
that.
Yeah, it just paralyzed him.
No,
Yeah,
He died of complications
Oh, is
from the
that all?
paralyzing.
like
died
years
from-
later.
I think. So it wasn't.
Yeah,
just
that's why horses suck.
Oh, sorry.
When they
the
do
horse-
that thing with their eyes. Horses are fucking terrifying, dude.
Yeah.
I think Scott, you just implied that all the years he lived as a quadriplegic don't count because that's not living, and that's horrifying.
All right.
Well,
This is not a U.S. presidential debate. It's all about being the most entertaining. So let's see the votes. Get the votes in. You can like the comments on Facebook, or you can start spamming hashtag and then name on Twitch, YouTube, or Twitter. You can vote on Twitter. I'm not sure they vote on Twitter, but-
Oh, because of all the cattle.
Yeah, I think you cats will come, but I mean, we'll take. I can
Spam
start
comment.
herding cattle, I guess. In this
No.
bedroom condo. Don't know
It's
where I'm
all
gonna-
cats and horses. I get it. I see
Currently,
it.
we're looking tied. How's it looking on Facebook?
Facebook right now is 1 vote for Scott and no votes for Jason yet.
I think, if anything else, the tiebreaker is also the fact that my wife voted for Scott, but it also came with a text that says, and I quote, "I'm sorry, baby, I still love you, I promise."
go for it. My
I
girlfriend
think you
votes
have to
against me.
specify that though. I don't know. Anyways,
Wait.
hi Katie, thank you for voting, even if it wasn't for Jason.
And oh, sorry, what was the score on Facebook?
It was 1-0 for Scott.
1-0. This is going to be called for Scott then. Scott has got a point. We have tied up the last round. We're going to a free-for-all round. And free-for-all, Jason, you're going first.
I can do that, I'm sure. I'm sure I have something else about that. I guess on the subject of horses, is anyone playing Ghost of Tsushima? Because they did horse riding wrong in that game. Like, that's already a solid mechanic in video games, and they just did it completely wrong in that one. But transport via plants is a dumb spell, and horses are everywhere, and I'm just really thrown by the fact that I need to get texts from my wife and assuring me that she still loves me. Like, how fragile is? I know it's a new marriage, but is it so fragile that I need text confirmation? I don't know. I didn't think I was going to survive that last round, so.
Bizarre place
Blended
to
Can you lose this
discuss that.
round?
I'm trying to give it to Scott because if I win all 3 rounds, that's kind of embarrassing. So.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Humble
Poor
brag.
thing.
There was
Scott,
nothing
can you pop
humble
the
about
ego?
it, Dylan.
So I'm wondering if I can out ramble Jason about plants and horses. That's all I got.
Dude, I was trying to give it to you.
I know, and I'm trying to give it
so-
back.
Try to give it to him harder.
I don't think this is BattleCOM,
This is
not
winning-
ping pong. We're not supposed to do this, Scott.
I can't watch you die like that and just let it happen. I have to go down with you.
This
Right,
is my
it's not
second one of
herpes.
these. What's
You
your
don't need to
excuse?
share it. All right.
I think you guys should kiss.
Guys, it's the free-for-all round. If what if you guys both throw it and you get the same amount of votes and you're tied and it goes to another free-for-all round? Did you consider that?
Yeah, I want this to go
Erica
as
has
long
to
as
choose.
possible.
We all do.
I'm saving my best joke in the chamber for that.
All right, we've got Katie voting for
All right.
Jason, so I think
I
we
think
don't
their
need to
marriage
call
is still
the,
intact.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Congratulations. All right.
Yeah, it's
Jason,
looking
weird
very
flex
Jason at this point.
Let me tell you how Facebook is looking.
That was
Ooh.
Scott's to lose, and he was managed to do it.
Yeah. Oh, go. And I think we had another.
I know what you're saying, Leslie. How do you vote when no one deserves it?
I know. Now we've got Leslie voting for Jason. So we're just so much drama on tonight's episode of BattleCOM.
I guess that balances out Katie voting for Scott. So
If this was a Drag Race episode, it'd be a double elimination. Anyone?
Here we go.
Somebody? Kalkar?
I'm going home.
Erica, that was made for you.
I know. It was good.
For Jason.
After I kiss lipstick on your face.
All right, so we're calling it for Jason. Congratulations.
It got so dark
Jason,
in here.
Day.
It got so dark.
And the horse
I
and
was in
Leslie's
this dark void.
definitely influenced her voting. Paul, if you don't mind, I'm just going to scroll up because we had gotten one vote on one of our lovely viewers had told us what his favorite fantasy mode of transportation was. It was just way far up in the comments, so I'm still looking for it. Paul, if you see
Was
it before, was it ass? It was not ass.
Okay, because that would have been great.
I'm not sure what mine is, but I guess probably hobbit feet, because then I guess I would normalize, all those men who don't get pedicures, even though they should. So I guess that's good for men's body image.
My answer was almost motherfucking dragons.
Ooh.
Which is how I was going to word it. Motherfucking dragons.
Are you ever really like?
But
do
Falcor's
they
already
know
a
that you're
dragon,
trying to
so-
control them, or do you just go where they want to go and then fall off?
I mean,
Yeah, you asked the
depends
dragon
on-
really nicely.
the dragon.
please don't kill me. And then Nazgul, on the other hand, it must have been very hard to domesticate the Nazgul.
Oh, hey, it's my face.
It is. Hello.
I think Paul's just clicking buttons right now to see what they do.
Paul Mike is clicking buttons to see what they do. Why
Hold
have I
on.
not found that comment? But I'm looking.
Oh, okay.
Roller skates and
There we
Xanadu.
go.
Oh, there we go. Yes. The roller skates in Xanadu. Thank you for your vote, Tim Realcliffe.
Oh yeah,
You watch Xanadu.
I love
is
Xanadu.
fantastic. Anyways, I'm sorry that it took me pretty much the entire length of one feature-length film to find that comment, but here it is. Let's now leave it up to the final half hour just to make up for it. All right.
We are 1 minute and 22, 1 hour and 22 minutes. So we're going to be moving on to the next topic, the next battlefield. Oh, hey, if you care to support the show, any donations that come in via this link tree, the top thing is buy me a drink. If you click on that, we'll be able to split it with all the performers that are you seeing on the show. So that is linktree or linktr.ee/Paul Ash. The first thing is we're now going to go into who's the greatest video game villain, and I'm pretty sure it's a junkyard dog. So the greatest
Oh my God.
villain.
We got two cats at once meowing.
Yeah, are the cats trying to tell us something and we're just too dumb to hear? Like
They want
there's
attention.
an asteroid hitting the Earth or something.
Are the
Oh,
cats
sorry.
both in Montreal? Is there like an earthquake happening here in Montreal? Might explain my
No, they just
internet
want
connection.
attention. And they
If
want to
they were-
chew on all these cords.
If there were an asteroid about to hit the Earth, Sean Griffin would have told us by now, right, Sean? You tell
I
us.
hope so.
You tell us.
Oh yeah,
right,
the
Sean?
solar flares and all that shit. Yeah.
A meteor shower, but
Here we go. Let's listen to the hoverboard from Back to the Future.
Excellent choice.
And somebody mentioned my hologram has frozen for a while. But
That
no
is
one
not a
mentioned
good mode of
Return,
transportation.
But that is both of those from sci-fi, not fantasy. So that could have been eliminated.
we were specifically told fantasy, not sci-fi, so we couldn't
Yeah.
go with those sci-fi choices.
Yeah. I also didn't realize it was novels, and I picked something out of a movie, and now I feel stupid, like I don't read books or something.
Or something.
Yeah, or something like that.
Well, also for the first round, it was supposed to be a short story. You chose the autobiography of the person.
Boopity boopity boop, autobiography.
All right. Anyways, this round.
So,
This round, yes.
Dylan Reimer with choosing as the group's video villain as Pac-Man's Ghost will be facing off against Lucy Gervais, choosing the town from Silent Hill. Lucy, you get to go first.
As much as I love my choice and I really stand behind it, I do think it would be an improvement to take both of these concepts and put them together so that the town of Silent Hill was haunted by the Pac-Man ghosts.
What? That's it? Oh.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I have not played a video game since Mortal Kombat in 1993, like at the 7-Eleven in New Westminster, British Columbia. So I don't really know what I'm talking about. But when I think about video game villains that haunt me to my core, a lot of video games you have to go and find the villain and then fight them. But in the case of Pac-Man, you're just a regular old yellow dude going around eating things in a maze, and you are constantly terrorized, like It Follows. You can never escape these fucking things. The way Pac-Man ends always is that the ghost gets you. So they represent mortality itself. Utterly terrifying. It should chill you to your core and keep you awake at night, which I think makes them ultimately the superior video game villain.
Yeah, hashtags are up.
And then imagine
Lucy,
if they were in that town.
Lucy, you've got to. It
would be even worse. It would be even worse. Sorry.
So you can't do a rebuttal immediately after the other person talks.
I'm sorry.
A little error. I put Lucy F for A instead of Lucy P. So the hashtags are there. So you can vote for Dylan or for Lucy. So you can spam in the name with a hashtag to vote everywhere except for Facebook. On Facebook, just like the hashtag comment that is appropriate.
This is a close one. All right,
Paul came back in. You were a little bit computery, as pointed out by our friend Beth McKenna. Hi, Beth. She just tuned in and is saying that your voice sounds like it has a ton of auto-tune. We know.
Thank you for bringing that up, Beth, for the first time all show.
Actually, Paul, why don't you try singing the things you want to say?
Anyways, here's
like
the error hashtag that you can spam us with or like. And here is Dylan's hashtag. Oh, actually, that is a vote for Dylan. I clicked on the wrong thing. So spam us
you, Denny.
in the comments or like the comments on Facebook with your votes. I'm going to check in on Facebook real quick. So far, it is 1-0 for Lucy on Facebook. How's it looking elsewhere? And how are you sounding, Paul?
It's actually one more for Dylan on everything else. So it's a tie.
Ooh.
Nice.
Reminding me, Jason, that she just got here. All right, can we not? I like the all caps. The all caps seem very purposeful. Anyways, get your votes in. We don't want it to be too close to call. Silence.
And there we go. There. Just wanted to show. We'll have to drop the vote banner, Erica. Just to show the different picture for the Pac-Man's ghosts. This is the backstory behind Pac-Man.
That's great. It's like a John Carpenter movie. But the town is pretty fucking scary, though.
Yeah, it's like the scariest town.
After Cranbrook.
Other than like some places in the American South.
Or New Westminster, BC.
And I think that is too close to call unless things have changed on Facebook. Erica.
Things have not changed on Facebook, so it is going to be call, unfortunately.
Somebody vote for me.
No points. No points have been awarded. We're going to the negative round. That means, Dylan, you're going first on the negative round.
Silent Hill, unfortunately, is more boring than terrifying. With my pick, it's a relentless pursuit that never ends. Whereas with Silent Hill, it's like you could actually occasionally be lulled into a false sense of boredom before like a creepy little goblin or some shit jumps out at you. And that's just living in the suburbs.
I can't believe you accused Silent Hill of being boring when you're defending Pac-Man. That is a game where every single every level is the exact same, and you do the exact same thing, and you have the exact same little ghosts, and you have the exact same cherries and shit. Whereas like Silent Hill, you never know what's gonna happen. I mean, it's probably gonna be like a weird zombie nurse with like a really bizarrely nice rack. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about what kind of weird, fucked up sexual awakening that game was for me. That's for another show. But yeah, Silent Hill, it doesn't get boring. It's terrifying the whole time.
Votes are up. I was put the negative round. Votes are up.
All right, let's see your votes. So spam us in the comments on YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope. Hashtags are up, so pretty much just put in hashtag LucyN or hashtag DylanN for the person you want to vote for. If you're watching on Facebook, we've got those hashtags up in the comments. Feel free to hit like.
It's a battle of the sexes. It's like that famous tennis match back in the 1970s.
Billie Joe King.
Yeah, that's right, that one.
Billie Jean King.
Yeah.
Billie Jean
and I'm the misogynist asshole.
You're the Martin Riggs.
I mean, your words, not ours.
Yeah.
You sound pretty proud of that.
I actually shouldn't be giving you credit, but like Silent Hill is a good pick. It's that game actually fucking scared the living shit out of me.
It's so scary.
It's not scariest villain though. It's most
racks are paying off.
Don't they always? Tell me about it. I'll save that for if I have to, I'll take this shirt off.
Yeah, for the free for all.
It might come down to that.
I'm only taking my shirt off if someone sends me money.
All right. Well, this is. I feel like this conversation, you guys, has made people just want to vote that much faster because the votes are coming in. Right now, everywhere but Facebook looks like it's a sweep for Lucy. Facebook right now, we are tied 1-1 between Dylan and Lucy. So.
All right.
This is gone for Lucy.
Thank you, one person.
So we're moving on to a free-for-all round. Dylan, you get to go first, so we can get 2 points for the win, or Dylan can stay in the game. Positive and negative, just be entertaining. Oh God, here comes the shirt.
Put it back on.
That's all I got. Pity me. Pity me. I'm 45 and very Caucasian.
And now Lucy.
I did something different. Please vote for me. Was that funny? Did anyone laugh?
Your votes.
I did.
Tell us to turn off.
All right, so it's the battle of the threads. I don't have a pun for that. I'm sorry.
It's shirts versus skins.
It is.
Oh, that's better. Let's pretend I said that. So votes hashtag are Dylan F4A or Lucy F4A, depending on whether you prefer shirts or skins. Also,
I'm going to lose.
I've gone for many a pity vote in my day.
I don't think you will, honestly.
Erica, we look really similar.
We do.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Girl.
Scott, we look really similar too, Scott.
We do.
Yeah.
We are wearing shirts.
We're twinsies.
Thank you, Denny.
Oh, votes so far coming in. We've got, see, pity votes work sometimes. We've got Sean Griffin getting that pity vote for Dylan. That's good. I'm a fan of a pity vote.
It's all I got left, man. I'm on my. This is me begging. I'm like John Turturro in Miller's Crossing. Look into your heart. Look into your heart.
Man, this marriage is mean.
All right.
I love it though.
Paul, is it okay if I start counting the votes?
You do.
All right. So far we've got One vote for Lucy on Facebook, and then elsewhere we've got one. I'm going to count them out loud on my fingers. 2, 3 votes.
Lucy has the lead. So if she has the lead on Facebook, then
yes.
All right,
And then
that
we've
means
got-
that round goes to Lucy.
Yeah! Woohoo!
I debased myself for nothing. Nothing. Okay, I'll put my
Sorry,
shirt
Dylan.
on.
I'm keeping this shirt on.
All right. So
I'm
let's
too
move
tired
on
to take it off.
to the next battle.
Oh,
Paul,
here we
who is
go.
battling?
It's going to be Scott Andrew Carter with his choice of Carmen San Diego versus Jason Hatrick and his choice of Mario. Is it the coolest villain? What was it?
Greatest.
The greatest video game villain. Here we go. Jason Hatrick, you go first.
Mario, he's the face of an entire franchise, and he's clearly the villain. Why won't Mario leave Bowser and Peach alone? They just want to retire to their castle and live happily ever after, and yet despite all their elaborate security systems, lava-filled moats, and decoy castles, Mario will not stop home invading them while high on shrooms and hurling Molotov cocktails. He's the bad guy.
Succinct and to the point, and no one called facts on jokes. We are now going to Scott.
Well, Carmen Sandiego is clearly the best villain because she just steals unstealable shit just to teach my lazy ass where Managua is. Like I've done, like I would have done so much better in my Canadian history classes if any of my shitty teachers ever bothered to care enough about my education to go out and steal me Louis Riel.
That's Scott. The hashtags are up to your third vote. You can vote by hashtag spamming the comments with the hashtag and the name of the person you're voting for, be it Jason or Scott, or you can like the hashtag comment on Facebook. If you are watching on YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, you can just spam. Do the spam thing. Spam. And we get that little typing hands from Erica.
Beep boop.
Beep boop. I'm wondering what people are saying beep boop if they're just mocking because they see me online.
What?
Oh, in this case, I wasn't. I'm sorry. I was not making fun of your language, Paul. All right, while the votes are coming in, so I want to tell you, pretty much anytime someone brings up Pac-Man, just makes me think of that episode of 30 Rock where we find out that Tracy Jordan's regular pizza order is just about any flavor of pizza, but with one slice cut out so that the pizza looks like Pac-Man. I just want everyone to know that in case they ever want to get that idea and order a pizza like that.
That's brilliant.
All right.
My favorite thing about this
the
round,
driver can eat a slice on the way over.
Ooh, very generous.
I do like this round, Scott, because it proves after the last time we went up against each other that we do sometimes both write jokes.
Yeah, sometimes, but not
And
like 5 of them.
How does it look, Erica?
So Facebook right now, we've got it tied. There's one vote for Scott and one vote for Jason, which you see here. Beth typed out her vote. You can also just hit like, because I mean, why exert yourself and type 6, 7 characters? Anyways, elsewhere we've got one vote for Scott, one vote for Jason, 2 votes for Scott, 3 votes for Scott, 2 votes for Jason. Is that 4 votes for Jason? We've got 1, 2. Hang on.
It keeps moving.
3 Jasons and 3 Scotts, so we are tied again.
On Facebook, is there a differential on Facebook?
Facebook right now is tied. It is still tied. So if you're watching us on any platform, get your votes in now.
That's what happens when we both write a joke, Scott.
I know.
Sean Griffin has stated that he really wants to know, you do auto-caption generated Paul's audio stream. It actually understands me. Tim Mercliffe mentioned that earlier, that I am clear to, I speak computerese, apparently.
All right. Sorry, Beth. I didn't mean to call you out.
Put Beth's comment back up for a second. I love that when you do like a frowny face and then close your parentheses, it just like an emoji that's trying to eat a really big burger or something. It's like
All right,
the
so
most
Simon's in the comments
surprised smiley face.
with your votes and also your burger emojis.
That is going to be too close to call. It's too close to call at this point because it is a tie vote. This means that Scott Carter is going to be going first on the negative round. No points have yet been awarded this round.
Mario can't
Negative
be.
vote Mario.
Yeah, he can't be that bad of a guy. He can't be a villain. I mean, I take a few of the special mushrooms myself, and I've never done anything evil like steal a woman or kill a dragon thing. All I do is just like stare in the mirror and then shake my head and tell myself that my parents are proud of me.
And now to Jason.
I feel like we have to invalidate Scott's choice of Carmen Sandiego because he just said Carmen Sandiego, and that's not how you say that. You have to say it like the last guy in Rockapella at the end of the theme song, where they go, "Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?" You got to say it that way, or it doesn't count. Carmen Sandiego.
I feel attacked, Jason. But the hashtags are up, so you can vote.
All right, like your votes on
As
Facebook.
Lindsay has disappeared into
On the hard
darkness.
card.
Hello.
Also, I watched every episode of Carmen Sandiego, and I still don't know where in Africa Nigeria is.
Wow.
Oh, it's on the Niger River.
We got a new request on Facebook. Paul, can you sing "Do You Feel Like We Do" by Peter Frampton before the night ends?
Around the end of the show.
That would actually be fucking awesome.
All right, and the votes are starting to come in. Looks like it's lots of votes for Jason because, I mean, you bring up the Carmen Sandiego theme song. I think that was about to happen. So yeah,
is almost a cheat on this show. We do have a vote in for Scott, so it's not a complete sweep, but it is very, very Jason. Jason, you've got the first point in this round. So now, Scott, you go first, and this is a free-for-all round. Scott.
Like I know you think that your villain's a badass or whatever because they're not in an educational video game. But there's nobody that has the straight up godlike abilities, the evil godlike abilities that Carmen Sandiego has. You know, one time she stole the Milky Way. That's the galaxy we're currently in. That means she stole us at one point in time. She owns all of us. Like the only reason I fucking exist is so Carmen Sandiego, she just wanted to spread her knowledge across the planet. So she created man. So I know I'm an atheist, but praise be to Carmen Sandiego.
Not bad.
Praise be unto her.
And on that note,
Jason.
Yeah, well, I think you just hit the nail on the head. Carmen Sandiego, clearly not the villain. If she birthed us all, that makes her our benefactor in some way. Whereas Mario, like, if you need more proof, Mario is the bad guy. Like, Princess Peach is a princess. If she were kidnapped, there would be entire armies charged with her rescue. Instead, every single living thing, every Koopa Trooper, every Goomba, every Bomb and Bullet Bill in the entire kingdom is trying to kill one plumber and the idiot brother he dragged with him. Like, if that's not a sign that he's the wrong guy, I don't know what is.
Vote. Let's see your votes. Get your votes in. Get them in often. Oh, no, don't vote often. Vote at least once, though.
Can I ask something about Carmen Sandiego?
Yes.
I don't know if it was a video game. I remember being a TV show back when I was in high school, like in the 90s. And I never saw the last episode. Is the answer San Diego? Like, it's in her name. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? and her name is a city, is she not obviously in San Diego, or is that just too obvious, or is it just a coincidence?
Well,
I can't be the first person to think of this.
Find out.
Isn't she in a different place every episode?
well, she usually steals something from a relevant city, so it's probably not San Diego, as they have nothing to steal.
I actually never
They have a
played Where in
zoo.
the World is Carmen San Diego, but I played Where in Time is Carmen San Diego.
Another
Ooh.
reason she's a god. She time travels.
Hmm.
We're seeing votes come in. It's looking very, very Jason. There are votes for Scott. How's it look on Facebook, Erica?
All right, Facebook right now, our one vote is this one that Beth typed in. There are no other votes. So it is looking Jason, but you probably already
Jason.
counted that vote. Also,
Yeah,
can we
that
just-
means
Oh, sorry. Yes. So that means we're calling it for Jason. Is that what you were going to
we're
say?
calling it for Jason. Exactly. And also, okay, it was related. I was looking at the pronouns mistakenly because we get pronouns in general. Let's. We're now with Lucy facing off against Jason. So Lucy, you go first on the positive round.
All right, so Silent Hill doesn't just mess with us in a physical sense. Silent Hill messes with us in like a mental, psychological sense. Like that's the whole point of this town, right? It's like, oh, did your wife die? Oh, is your daughter missing? Oh, did something go wrong? Guess what, man? You can't just shove that guilt deep down inside for it to fester. It's going to come up and it's going to take over your mind, and we're going to process this trauma together, okay? Silent Hill isn't just scary. It's like beneficial for processing, you know. It's like a mental health facility. That's in a good way.
I love how it petered out there towards the end, but then hit the point. Jason,
I was really
positive
passionate.
round.
Positive round. I think if you need proof that Mario knows he's the villain and that everybody is out looking for him, it explains why he sometimes dresses up as a raccoon, because he thinks he's fooling people off the scent and off his trail. That's why he wears costumes like that, which is basically just a kigurumi, like a raccoon kigurumi, and I have one of those, and no one has ever failed to recognize me when I'm in it out in public.
Vote. The hashtags are up. Get your votes in. It's hashtag Lucy P for Lucy's choice, or hashtag or argument, and hashtag Jason P for Jason's positive argument.
Jason, how come you never wear the raccoon kigurumi?
You should.
I have a kigurumi.
Yeah, what-
It's not a raccoon. It's actually a panda bear. Should I go put it on right now?
Yeah,
We've all been doing costume
you
changes.
really should.
If everybody wants me to go put it on, vote for Jason and I'll go put it on.
No,
I'll go put it on
don't. Vote
anyway.
for Lucy and Jason will put it
Vote
on.
for whoever and I'll go put it
I'm a
on.
hot dog onesie. I will put on the hot dog onesie. It's not clean, but I will put it on.
Side note, if you'd like to vote for Scott's cat, Bernie, we're also accepting votes for Bernie.
All right.
Oh my
Showtime.
God.
They're on top of
Big-
your other votes.
Oh, the cat's got great cheekbones.
Yeah, he does now. He used to be a fat cat, but he's lost a ton of weight. So now he's got nice defined jaw.
Oh, look at that.
Unlike Daddy, who does not have a nice defined jaw. I have a weak
Unlike
jaw.
That's why you
Daddy.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was talking to my cat there and into a microphone at the same time.
I will never forget that. Yo, I don't even need to put on my hot. I don't even need to put on my hot dog costume to get votes. Why isn't the hot dog onesie dirty? It is. It needs to be cleaned. I wore it too many times. I really like it.
I'm really wondering what three letters that would be.
All right, so we did get 2 votes for Bernie. 1, 2. So can I give this round to Scott's cat, Bernie? Is that allowed, Paul?
No.
I swear to God, I thought you were talking about Bernie Sanders.
I did too.
I thought it was like a joke, like it's my first time on the show, and I'm like, oh, it's just like a running thing they do with Bernie Sanders.
Oh no, it's honestly just.
We could wish. We could wish. If only we had the power. So Wait, looking at the votes, how does it look on Facebook?
Let me tell you that. So it looks like right now, no votes yet on Facebook.
Nice.
So
Okay, and Lucy is in the lead here on the spamming of the comments. Jason is not back yet. If he loses, he has to go first. But he's putting on a Kigurumi.
Oh, okay, good. He's here.
Oh my God.
As promised. There you go.
Jason, it might not be a raccoon, but you sure kind of make it look like one.
Oh my God.
That is going for Lucy. Lucy gets the point. And we are going into the negative round. Negative with I don't know where Jason went. We're going to put this panda up. So negative,
Right, so-
but Silent Hill. I'll let Erica do it because we're both trying to do it at the same time, I believe.
Oh no, sorry, you were just coming in a little bit computery and then I cut you off. Jason, you got to be negative about Lucy's choice. Go.
I'm going to try and be negative about the town in Silent Hill, but the truth is I had to stop playing Silent Hill because it was so creepy that I wasn't enjoying myself. And now I'm just way too distracted by the fact that we've made it this deep into the show. What is it, an hour, 51 minutes into the show, without ever addressing the gold chain Lucy has around her neck this whole time. Like, how has that not come up until now? Where did you even get that? Is it real gold? And did you win it? Did you kill a man for it? How does that happen?
Saving it for the free for all.
There we go. Lucy,
Okay,
negative
so-
round. Negative about Mario.
Okay. So, let's assume for the sake of argument that Mario is the villain, as Jason claims. If you put Mario in the town of Silent Hill, he would be completely out of his element. Just the town, forgetting even the monsters. And the monsters are like really what makes Silent Hill so creepy. Like the second that Mario was confronted by a pair of upside down legs sitting atop of another pair of legs, he would shit himself and pass out. And then he would get like beheaded by Pyramid Head. So
Vote. Let's see the
What
votes.
up?
The hashtags are up. Tim Rickles is having trouble for voting for Jason, but he's on Twitch. So vote for Jason, or even if it's hashtag Panda, we'll take the vote. Ask Jason.
All right, so all of our comments are up. What was I going to say? I was going to say,
Hashtag's
oh,
up.
there's an apostrophe, but no, my screen's just dirty.
just like my hot dog onesie.
So you can spam us in the comments on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope, with hashtag Lucy N for negative or hashtag Jason N for negative. If you don't recognize Jason, it's because he's wearing a disguise. Also on Facebook, we've got comments up, so feel free to just hit like on one of those comments. And
Thank you,
speaking of
Beth.
Facebook, so far you've got 2 votes. Lucy, congratulations. I almost forgot to say
Yay, I love votes. They keep me alive.
And 1 vote coming in for Panda.
Yay, Angel voted for me finally.
All right, but these votes are looking, Paul, is it just me or are they looking overwhelmingly Lucy?
They are looking very Lucy at this point in time. I think that means Lucy is going to win the
Overwhelmed.
round.
All right.
I love life.
There we are. That has brought us to the end of the battle for this episode 12 of BattleCOM. And before we sign off to move to the after show, we do have the bonus round. You remember what the bonus round is, Erica?
That's a good question. I'm supposed to, but I actually don't.
Okay,
Nerdiest
before
euphemism for sex.
It's the nerdiest euphemism for sex. While we get prepared to do that, we're going to start with Jason and then move counterclockwise around up to Dylan. But let's take a moment and I'm referring to something that's not on. We want to thank Abrams for giving us the artwork of our the backgrounds that's there. We also want to thank Tina Sparrows, who it's at Tina Sparrows Twitter. is our model. So her pictures are seen on the BattleCOM page on Facebook. Thank you very much to the stage manager, Erica Taddeo. You do a fantastic job, even if my audio is crap. And that's Dylan. Oops, we went wrong. That's Dylan Reimer.
Hello. It's me.
Erica Taddeo at Dylan Reimer.
At Dylan Reimer on Instagram. Scott Andrew Carter can be found on Twitter as @/McDeadly. And Jason Hatrick, @Hatrick on Twitter. You can find him on Instagram, but he doesn't post anything because he's old. And then there's Lucy Gervais is at Lucy Gervais Show on Instagram. Also check out Hack Couture as well. We just want to say that we can be found as at BattleCOM TV on Twitter and Facebook, YouTube.com, Kick Ash Comedy. You might be watching the show on that right now. Twitch TV /Tag Amusement. Follow us there because we need to get our count up so we can get more access to stuff from Twitch. And I'm at Paul Comedy on Instagram and Twitter. Well, we want to take this moment to remove from the Black Lives Matter. It is 154 days to take the shot in our own home, and no charges have yet been laid. So please keep that in mind at this point in time as we start off with Jason Hatrick for the nerdiest euphemism for sex.
I've got to do my nerdiest euphemism for sex. 6 seconds after you say it's been 154 days since Breonna Taylor was murdered in her own bed. Could I get a different segue, Paul?
I swear he's been working on those segues.
The nerdiest euphemism for sex.
I just don't want it to be forgotten.
Yeah, I agree, but like I'm trying to tell jokes. The nerdiest euphemism for sex is LARPing. Stands for lay atop rigid penis. LARPing.
Scott.
Mine is taking Mr. Frodo to drop his ring into the depths of Mordor.
You came across a little scattered to me, but Lucy.
Initially it was clicking the mouse, but now I want to say entering the mainframe. Raw dogging it. Raw. I don't know.
We can't. The raw dog costume is dirty.
Dylan.
The cook dog.
My pick for nerdiest euphemism for sex is that moment in The Return of the King when Sam turns to Frodo and just says, "Share the load."
Facials will never be the same. That has been the show. We're going to close down on Facebook and on Twitter, and we're just going to be on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you all for watching. I'm Paul Ash. Erica Taddeo is a wonderful stage manager. All these wonderful performers: Dylan Reimer, Jason Hatrick, Scott Carter, and Luffy Gervais. And we're switching off now. And you can find us on YouTube and on Twitch. Wish I could do all this at once. We are okay. We are only on YouTube and Twitch at this point in time. So this is the after show. Hi, everybody. Actually, we're going to move from directly only to Twitch because I just realized if we hit 2 hours, it'll cut off the beginning of the program on YouTube. So removing YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/tag